All right, what's up, everyone? Trevor here with Tag Performance and Nutrition. Jumping on today, we are going to talk about going all in. And yes, I think everyone should go all in on their fitness, on their health. Do what you can. But the problem comes around, especially with the New Year's. What we're 2 weeks in now. Most of you have probably, hopefully, not quit on your New Year's goals and setting those. And that's the problem with New Year's resolutions. People just set them and forget them. But hopefully your goals are going good. You're making good progress and keep going. Even when the tough going gets tough, like I made a post today about when the going gets tough, just lower your standards, and that's how society has been. No, that's not how we be. That's not how it should be. That's how you got to keep going through this tough, through the struggle, through the ups, through the downs, and again with the whole New Year's resolution in mind, and that being this time of year. And yes, go as I mentioned, you go all in. Go do the things you need to do to take control of your health, your wellness. But when it comes to it, too many people, and I'm gonna compare it to baseball right now and the whole MLB and how everyone's driven by analytics and all this. Sure, it maybe has a place and stuff, but over the past few years, baseball has kind of gone downhill, I think. I picked up a little bit last year just because of some rule changes and stuff, but with like how in the old days, and yeah, this might seem like the old head, the old fart talking, but baseball was much better when hitters were hitting better or having a better average. They used to hit like it used to be prideful to not strike out. They used to not want to strike out. You had the guys like Tony Gwynn who struck out maybe a handful of times in a year, or Joe Mauer even, more recent, who barely ever struck out. Those types of guys, and it's grown to that. Now it's just home run or bust. It seems like guys are just taking giant hacks and they're striking out at an alarming rate. You get like the Chris Davises of the world. I think he kind of like started the trend of hitting 200 or below 200, but having like 30, 40 bombs. That all or nothing mentality. It's swing or miss or who gives a crap. Yeah, I'm not saying that striking out should it should make you mad. Like if you're a baseball player, striking out should get you pissed off. I hate striking out. It's kind of like the worst feeling I think in baseball is striking out, especially looking. But then don't take that into the next at bat or the next play at field. You got to forget about it and move on. But take some pride in that. And there used to be that pride in hitting above 300. Now guys are hitting 200, below 200, 220. These are supposed to be the best hitters in the world, the best players in the world, and they're proud of hitting 200. Then they get the All-Star game and stuff like that. That's so dumb. I hate that. That's one of the problems with baseball. Yes, the home run is great. But how about we get some guys on base first and then get 2, 3, 4 run home runs, grand slams, those types of things. So rather than just the solo shot that guy out is 1 for 6 in a game with 5 strikeouts and 1 solo bomber. That's usually what it is. You see a lot of stat lines and box scores these days, and it's that all or nothing where it's a home run or a strikeout. They don't care. They don't try and drive the ball the other way. They don't try and get singles or doubles or whatever. And I don't know. I personally, I think it's ruined a lot of the game. Hopefully, some of these new rules will affect it and getting more movement, more speed and strategy in baseball, which is good. A bunt here or there, or a hit and run, or driving the ball to the gap and taking an extra base rather than just trying to drive it out of the ballpark all the time. Yeah, the home run is great, as I mentioned, but if that's all you're trying to do, it's I'm just not a fan of the all or nothing mentality, which goes back into your fitness and your health. You got to go all in, but you don't have to go all or nothing. Everyone comes in at a different point, a different part in their life, a different training history, injury history, physical ability, whatever it may be. And you got to meet yourself where you're at. Be unrealistic with your goals. That's a good thing. Set unrealistic goals. that you might think they're out of this world, but go chase them. Write them down, go after them, figure out what the behaviors you need to do to go after them. But that's not saying you have to start everything at once. That's the thing with like the New Year's resolutions, why most of them fail, is because everyone just throws everything at themselves at once. I'm going to go to the gym 7 days a week. I'm going to eat the super caloric deficit with perfect food all the time. I'm going to start sleeping 10 hours a night. I'm going to do all this meditation, all these recovery crap, ice baths, Normatec boots, massage guns, all this other. You're doing everything at once and throwing all this stuff at the wall, not knowing what's working, what's not. And then 2 weeks in, something's off. You have a bad meal, and boom, you say, "Screw it, I'm done. I'm gonna throw in the towel. I give up." And that's that all or nothing mentality where you have to have everything perfect, and then if one little thing goes wrong, you give up and you stop. And that's not the way it should be. That's why I work with most people I start with. We start a lot smaller. We start building with habits. Maybe your goal is to lose 20 pounds here in the new year. So let's not start by having this perfect diet. Let's start where you're at. Let's figure out, maybe for the first few weeks we'll just add more protein and make sure you're up in your protein goals and get enough protein. Do that for a couple weeks. Then that's going well. You're starting to feel fuller. You're noticing a little bit of change. You're losing some weight. Then we add more water, or we just take out some junk and swap out that bag of chips you have every day for lunch for an apple or an orange or something good, some quality nutrient dense real food. And we tend to overcomplicate it, and I think that hurts people as well. Whereas we want all these supplements and these biohacking, this garbage and stuff, where especially with nutrition, it's really simple. Honestly, you just need to do it. It's whole nutrient dense real foods. Again, figure out where you're at. You don't have to do it all at once. You don't have to swap every single junk food or every bad habit you have out at once. Little by little, once you start building little by little, those become your new habits, your new behaviors. And that's when you truly start seeing progress and life-changing results. You see all these, I don't know, someone said, I saw something, there's a 42 strong now. I have no idea what the hell that is. Some new challenge that's hitting the internet. Same as that 75 hard or whatever all this crap is, all these dumb challenges. Stop with that stuff. Start challenging yourself for the rest of your life. It's not 42 days. It's not 75 days. It's not 3 weeks, 6 weeks. It is 42 years, 50 years, 75 years, however long you have left to live. That is what it is. And that's the problem with most of these challenges. They go all or nothing. They don't teach you anything. And you just get stuck, and then maybe you see some results, but then you have no idea what to do after that. Or you screw up and it's like, I'll throw in the towel. It didn't work. Changed everything at once, and I have nothing to go back to. I have nothing to fall back on, and I'm just so frustrated and angry that I made one mistake and I'm going to give up. And that's not what we want. That's that swing or miss home run baseball mentality that is not the best for the game. And this all or nothing mentality is not good for your health either. So it's about building small, going small to start. Start small, build small, and then you see big. It's the same with baseball. Boom, you get a single here. You get a double there. Another single. Oh, there's a couple runs. So you just boom, boom, boom. If you do that, you get 5-6 hits an inning. You're going to get some runs probably. If you're getting a few hits a week with nutrition and you do that over and over and over again, you're going to get the runs you want. You're going to lose weight. You're going to have more energy. You're going to feel stronger. And that type of stuff. And that's the same with your training. Training, again, we want to jump into all this fancy stuff. You haven't sprinted in 10 years, but man, I'm going to start running 100-meter dashes. And then your goal is to run 10 hundreds in one day, which is a dumb workout in itself probably. but for anyone really. And then you blow out a hamstring, and it's all or nothing. Now you're done. You're not doing anything. Then you just give up, or you have some back issues, or your knees hurt, or you have a bad night's sleep one night, and you're supposed to train in the morning, and you just I missed my training session today, so I'm done. I'm there goes all my progress. Nah, that's not how it works. One off day is not going to ruin a year of progress. It's that consistent progress, those consistent habits and behaviors that you build over time, which is what is going to help you and keep you going and make you ultimately an athlete for life. It's ultimately going to get you to where you want to be and achieve those unrealistic goals that maybe you set. And that's really what it's about. It's having a mindset where knowing that you're going to have struggles, you're not always going to be perfect. It's that pursuit of perfection, like Lombardi says, knowing that you're never going to get it. And it's just knowing that the struggles, the tough times, that you got to be tough through it. That discipline, that hard-nosed mentality is going to get you through that. And that's not saying to never be negative or never dwell on the stuff, because that's going to happen. That's just part of being a human being. And you need to push through, battle through, and just jump right back on track. You had a bad night's sleep. Well, you can still work out, maybe adjust, auto-regulate. That's a huge thing. Just do something. Something's always better than nothing. Or your back's sore or hurting or whatever. Or you break a bone. Or you blow your hamstring doing that 100-meter workout. You have another hamstring, you have two arms, you have an upper body. You can still do something. Don't throw in the towel just because you can't do something at this moment. You can always do something. Most people, some people, yes, we have diseases and stuff like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But even those people probably are trying to do something, which hats off to them because they're pushing through, they're battling through stuff. Someone's always got it worse, and you just give up when you get a little hangnail or a sore back or don't sleep good enough or you have one bad day of eating and then you throw it all away over that when really it's not going to do anything unless you then you build off that and then you go all or nothing and you go all in on the other way, the back to your old habits of eating crap all the time, not moving, just sitting around being a fat turd all the time. I know I've been there. That was college for me. That was probably 8-10 years of my life. And it's taken a long time to reverse that trend to where we are now and still building forward. I still work on habits. Like I've mentioned, sleep is my number one thing. Building on that, it's gotten so much better, and I continue to work on that and building new habits, and especially with my business. It's the same thing. This all or nothing can apply to everything in life. Your fitness, obviously, that's what we talk about because that's what I'm working on with people's health and fitness. But it can apply to your business, to your work, to school, to sports, to your family life. Let things. It's not all or nothing, especially with your health and new wellness. You gotta start small. You gotta be realistic with where you're at, even if you do set unrealistic goals. Meet yourself where you are and build up those smaller habits, those smaller behaviors. And once you get those dialed in, then you can start adding bigger things and more stuff. Because truly, you really don't need that much. It's training, it's nutrition, it's sleep, it's stress management, and making sure you recover for that and having a good training schedule, having good nutrition, having good sleep. There's your recovery right there. You don't need all the other fancy stuff. And with nutrition, it's simple. It's high quality nutrient dense foods from real sources, plants and animals. And then you're getting enough protein, you're getting enough carbs, you're getting enough fats. And finding what works for you. Everyone's going to be different with the amount of times they eat and stuff. Those are whole nother episodes and videos that I'll make. But again, that all or nothing mentality, it just ruins too much. And that's why I want to talk about this right here in this second week of the new year. Whenever you're watching it, it's relevant to whenever. But I'm recording this in the second week of the new year. and most people probably haven't even started. That's just the way things go. Some have, but it's probably given up already. Hopefully you haven't. You've started, or you started a long time ago, but if you haven't, you started, you're going strong. Or if you haven't started, start now. Who cares? There's never going to be a perfect time. Start when you're ready. And it's about figuring that out and being realistic with yourself, setting unrealistic goals, but being realistic with where you're at, what you have going on. Again, and it's not biting off more than you can chew and throwing too much and overwhelming yourself. That's that all or nothing mentality where you just take on everything. You don't have to take on everything right away. Meet yourself where you're at, push forward, make some progress. If you need help with that, reach out. I'd love to help, love to work with you. We can schedule a consultation even, or if you want to get the actual coaching, we can do that too. I'll put the links in the video below. But thanks for watching again, guys. Like, subscribe, share. It will help me out. I love that. And again, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.